The owner-operator, 93 Pant. It was 2017, and people were reaching out to us to ask when we'd have new pants in stock. The trouble was, we were coming off our biggest, worst season ever. We'd released 5 or 6 collections, largely embraced by a boutique menswear market. It was fun, but we wanted to do everything we could to get our clothes on more snowboarders. So we took a shot by scaling up to take a crack at a more mainstream sporting goods market. We worked closely with a couple of tiny sewing shops in New York City's garment district and shipped out hundreds of garments to dozens of retailers all around the world. People liked our clothes, but the fact was that our brand values just weren't a match for that type of market. We closed out the season broke and worn out. So, no, we didn't have any new pants, or any plan how or when to make more. The solution was so obvious in retrospect. We'd always taken inspiration from the heyday of US-made outdoor gear, the 70s and 80s. Somehow, though, we missed the clear through line to what was really the last gasp of true outdoors Americana, the pioneering snowboard brands of the early 90s. Snowboarders in the 90s didn't want to look like skiers, mountain climbers, hikers, surfers, jocks, or anybody else in the boring mainstream middle. Snowboarders wanted something special, so they started their own brands. They were niche, made largely by home sewers and small local factories. Quimbola Man, Wave Rave, West Beach, Yuki Namaki, Fishpaw, Special Blend, and Twist are just a few of the dozens of brands that sprung from that scene. The window between those brands folding or transitioning from DIY operations into the mainstream of the global sporting goods market was brief, but it was special. How were we going to deliver? These guys had already solved the problem. We'd already solved the problem. To bounce right back to our roots and to do it ourselves. I had a pair of vintage Wave Rave pants that were super simple, functional, and comfortable. They're the most iconic style to come directly from snowboarding, though they seemed almost totally forgotten back in 2016. It wasn't just the look though, but the methods and the ethos of the small companies that made those clothes made them feel so special. We worked up a pattern of our own inspired by a combination of those old pants and our new ideas, and we started sewing them ourselves. We call it the 93 Pant, in recognition of a pivotal year in how and why snowboard clothes were made at that time. It's an amazing feeling to make something from scratch with your own 2 hands and to see them just a few days later living out in the world. In our 17 years in the game, we've seen whole generations of brands come and go, but we're still here, sticking with what got us this far. Thanks to those who paved the way, and to all of you whose support has kept us on the right track.